Welcome to the Sipping with Sonia talk show. I am your host, Coach Sonia Renee. Thank you so much for stopping by my page today. And for those of you who've never been here before, I am a speaker and a life and relationship coach. I help women heal from abandonment trauma. I show them how to break soul ties, as well as helping moms take their life back after divorce. I'm also the author of the book called Abandonment is Not Your Fault, link in bio, because how a person treats you says everything about them and nothing about you. And I too went on a journey of healing from my abandonment trauma that I didn't even know that I had. And I put my story in a book, and I also put tips in there of how I healed and also how you can start the process too. And so in my content today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to break soul ties. I know. We have soul ties to so many things and so many people. And it's not just always a romantic relationship with your spouse or significant other. It can be with a parent. It can be with a sibling. It can be with a friend. So we have to identify these soul ties so that we can know what we need to do to break them. So let's jump on in here so we can discuss how to break soul ties. The first thing we need to do is discuss what is a soul tie, okay? Soul ties refer to an emotional connection between two people. And this connection can be positive and healthy, such as a connection between close friends or family members. Or it could be negative, such as an attachment to someone from an abusive relationship. See, soul ties can be formed through various means, including physical intimacy. We know that's a big one, right? Spiritual connections and shared experiences. And in some cases, soul ties can be so strong that they can even exist after the relationship has ended. How many of us can relate to that, right? So it is important to be aware of the kinds of soul ties you form in order to ensure that they are healthy and beneficial. And so now, how do we break soul ties? How do we do that, Coach Sonia? Okay, well, breaking soul ties can be a difficult and complex process that requires dedication and commitment. I said it is a process, right? It's important to recognize the connection between yourself and another person. It's also important to understand how the soul tie may have formed in the first place and how it has impacted your life. So take assessment of the relationship, the pros and the cons, okay? And once you have identified the soul tie, there are several steps you can take to break it. Number 1, acknowledge it is there. Acknowledging that you have a problem is the first step. It's like an addiction. If you don't acknowledge that you have the problem, you'll never make the first step to correct it. So ask the Most High for strength and courage to break the soul tie, because it is going to take a strong will, okay? Number 2, forgive the other person involved in the soul tie and forgive yourself. One of the biggest things that I've learned is that people will forgive the other person for all of their transgressions for themselves, right? But they have such a difficult time forgiving themselves for putting themselves in that situation and tolerating the things that they tolerated. It's okay to forgive yourself. And number 3, visualize the soul tie being broken and the bonds being cut. I understand that, your thoughts become things, and what you meditate on is what will manifest in your life. And if you want to see the soul tie broken, you have to see it before you see it. You got to see it before you see it, right? And number 4, release the connection and let go of the negative feelings or emotions associated with the soul tie. Delete the number, block the number, okay? Delete all the photos or anything that reminds you of the connection and get rid of it, okay? And number 5, identify the ties you need to break. This could be a relationship, a habit, or something else that is impacting your life in a negative way. Number 6, setting boundaries and removing yourself from the situation. You cannot expect to break the soul tie if you keep revisiting the relationship or the habit. Number 7, prayer and meditation to help you gain clarity and start the healing process. Now, understand that you are the author of your story and you get to decide how it plays out. So I hope you enjoyed those 7 tips that I shared with you on how to break soul ties. Of course, there are so many other things that you can do, but this is just to get your palate wet, get you started on the right path and the right direction on your healing journey. Again, I'm Coach Sonya Renee. My link is below. You can check me out. You can check out my book, Abandonment is Not Your Fault. You can also please like my page, subscribe to my page so that you can get more content that I have coming up, because I am building my platform here. And so I really, really want to connect with you all with my longer videos. And I thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope that the information that I shared with you today will cause some critical thinking with you. It will spark some cognitive thinking with you and help you make some executive decisions to get out of some of the toxic environments or toxic relationships that you're in that are holding you back, and also giving you the strength to let go of those relationships or situationships that are no longer healthy for you, so that you can live your best life by design. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.